In Johannesburg, the city does not sleep. The lights stay on even when people do not. And when the power goes off, you learn something fast. You can still see your thoughts. That night, the traffic moved like a slow river. Headlights, hoters, taxis cutting across lanes like they own the road. A street vendor turning smoke and spice into dinner. A couple laughing too loud outside a lounge, like they were trying to drown out their own fear. Thando watched all of it from the back seat of a ride hailing car. She looked fine. Her hair was neat. Her outfit was expensive. Her nails were done. The kind of woman people point at and say, that one is sorted. But inside her chest, there was a small storm that never fully stopped. Her phone buzzed. A message from Sizwe. On my way. I'm excited to see you. Thando read it twice. Then she held her phone like it could bite her, because excitement was dangerous for her. Excitement was the moment before disappointment. Excitement was the sound of a promise walking toward you, with a knife hidden behind its back. She typed back, same. Drive safe. Short, controlled, safe. The car stopped outside a restaurant in Rosebank. Warm lights, soft music, people dressed like they had something to celebrate. Thando stepped out and took a deep breath. Tonight was supposed to be simple. Dinner, talk, laugh. A normal night with a man who had been kind to her for months. A man who did not play games. And that was the problem. Because when you are used to pain, peace feels like a trick. She walked inside. Sizwe was already there, standing up when he saw her. Tall, clean, calm eyes. The kind of calm that made her feel both safe and angry, because she did not know how to relax in front of it. He hugged her gently. You look beautiful, he said. Thank you, Thando said, smiling. They sat, they ordered, they talked about work, about life, about the city. Sizwe told a story about a client who changed their mind 5 times in one meeting. Thando laughed at the right parts. She looked like she was enjoying herself. But then, Sizwe's phone lit up on the table. Not a call, a message. Thando did not see the full message. She only saw a name flash on the screen. Zama. Sizwe picked up the phone quickly and turned it face down like it was nothing. Thando kept smiling, but her mind was already running down a dark street at full speed. Zama. Who is Zama? Why is Zama texting him at this time? Why did he turn the phone over like that? Thando's smile stayed on her face, but it was now a mask. In this city, you learn how to wear masks. You wear them to survive, and then one day, you realize you cannot take them off, even when you want to. Sizwe reached across the table and touched her hand. You're quiet, he said. You okay? Thando nodded too fast. I'm fine, she said. But I'm fine was her oldest lie. She learned it early. She learned it the way children learn to keep secrets in homes where feelings are punished. Sizwe looked at her for a moment, like he was reading a page she did not want to show. Then he said softly, if something is on your mind, you can tell me. Thando smiled again. Nothing, she said, and the storm inside her got louder. 2 mornings earlier, Thando was in her apartment in Santon, looking out at the city like she owned it. She was on a video call, giving instructions, solving problems, being the dependable one. Yes, she said into her laptop camera. We will deliver the campaign by Friday. No stress. I'll handle it. She ended the call and exhaled. Her shoulders dropped. Her face fell. The room was quiet, but her head was not. She checked her phone. A message from Sizwe. Good morning, Thando. I hope today is gentle with you. I'm proud of you. Thando stared at the message. Her chest warmed. Then her mind ruined it. Why is he so nice? What does he want? When will the switch happen? She typed, morning, thanks. Short, safe. Then she went to meet her best friend, Lerato, for coffee in Bramfontein. Lerato was the kind of friend who said things loudly and confidently, even when she was wrong. She spoke like her words were always true. You're moving like someone who wants to get hurt, Lerato told her, stirring sugar into her coffee like she was mixing a plan. Thando raised an eyebrow. How? Lerato leaned forward. You trust him too quickly. Thando laughed. Lerato, I don't trust anyone quickly. Lerato pointed at her like a judge. Exactly. That's the issue. You don't trust him, but you're acting like you're okay. That's how women get surprised. Thando sipped her coffee. He's been consistent. Lerato shrugged. Consistency is also a strategy. Thando frowned. So what do you want me to do? Lerato smiled like she had been waiting for that question. Test him, she said. Thando blinked. Test him? Small test. Not something crazy. Just enough to see his real character. Thando wanted to refuse. But the idea landed inside her like a seed. Because Thando had been tested her whole life. She just never called it that. Back in the restaurant, the waiter placed food on the table. Sizwe talked about a design project he was working on. Thando nodded and smiled, but her eyes kept drifting to the phone sitting face down like a secret. When you feel insecure, your brain becomes a detective, but not a fair detective, one that needs a reason to panic. Thando waited until Sizwe went to the bathroom. Then she did something she promised herself she would never do. She reached for his phone. Her fingers hovered. Her heart pounded like a warning. But her fear whispered, asterisk, just check, just confirm. Then you can relax. She froze, guilt washing over her. She pulled her hand back like she had touched fire. Sizwe returned smiling, unaware. Thando sat back and forced a laugh at something he said. But her peace was gone. That night, after dinner, she got home and did not sleep. She stared at the ceiling, listening to the city through her window. A distant siren, a car alarm, a neighbor's TV. She picked up her phone and she made a decision that felt smart in the moment, a decision that would later break her heart. She created a fake account, a simple profile, a pretty picture, a normal name that could be anyone in Johannesburg. Zama, Zama. Then she followed Sizwe. He accepted the request the next day. Tando's stomach twisted. She told herself, asterisk, it means nothing. People accept followers. He is public. He is friendly. Asterisk. Then she sent a message. Hey, you seem cool. She waited. Minutes passed. Then Sizwe replied. Hi, thank you. Do we know each other? Tando's heart jumped. He replied. He replied. Her fear did not say, see, he is polite. Her fear said, he is available. I've seen you around. You're handsome. She watched the screen. Sizwe replied after a while. Thank you. I'm seeing someone. Thando should have felt relief. But insecurity does not want truth. It wants control. She pushed again. Oh, shame. Is she serious with you? Sizwe replied. Yes. Simple. Direct. Thando stared at the message until her eyes burned. So why did it still hurt? Because it was not about Zama. It was never about Zama. It was about the part of Thando that believed she could be replaced at any moment. Over the next few days, Thando lived two lives. In public, she was confident. At work, she delivered results. With friends, she laughed. But at night, she became Zama. She would message Sizwe and watch how he responded. Sometimes he ignored. Sometimes he said, "Please stop." He never flirted. He never crossed a line. And still, Thando's fear grew. Because when you are wounded, loyalty does not heal you. It only proves how broken your thinking has become. One evening, Sizwe and Thando went to an art pop-up in Maboneng. Music, lights, people taking pictures of everything. Sizwe held her hand. He leaned close and said, "You disappear sometimes. Where do you go?" Thando laughed. "I'm right here." Sizwe stopped walking and looked at her. "No," he said softly. "Your body is here, but you are far." Thando felt her throat tighten. For a second, she wanted to tell him everything, that she had been cheated on before, that her father promised he would come back and never did. That she learned, love always comes with humiliation. But then her phone buzzed. A notification from the Zama account. Sizwe had sent a message to Zama. Thando's heart dropped. She opened it quickly. The message said, "Please don't message me late. I'm in a relationship. Respect that." Thando stared. He was setting boundaries. He was doing the right thing. So why did she feel like she was losing? Because her brain did not understand gentle love. Her brain only understood danger. And when there is no danger, it creates one. The following Friday, Thando met Lerato again, and she admitted what she had done. Lerato's eyes widened. Then she smiled like she was proud. So he replied. Lerato said, "He told her he's in a relationship," Thando said. Lerato waved her hand. "Men are clever. They know how to look clean. You need a trap that forces the truth out." Thando shook her head. "No, Lerato, this is already too much." Lerato leaned in. "Thando, listen. This city will eat you alive if you don't learn. One day he will embarrass you. You will wish you checked earlier." Thando felt her stomach twist. Part of her knew Lerato was wrong. But fear loves loud people. Fear trusts confidence more than wisdom. That night, Thando escalated. As Zama, she messaged Sizwe, "If I show up where you are, will you stop me?" She held her breath. Sizwe replied, "Please stop. This is becoming harassment. I will block you." Thando stared at the message. Her chest tightened, not with relief, with anger. Because even when he passed the test, her fear did not disappear. She wanted him to do something wrong, not because she wanted pain, because pain would make sense. On Saturday, Thando made the biggest mistake. She planned a public trap. She told Sizwe to meet her at a rooftop lounge in Santon, a place with city views and expensive drinks and people who look like they have no problems. Sizwe arrived looking good, as always. He hugged her, smiled, and said, "This view is crazy." Thando smiled back. Then she waited. Because as Zama, she had also messaged him, "Meet me at the rooftop. I need to talk. Just 5 minutes." Thando told herself, if he goes to meet her, I will know. If he stays, I will relax. Her heart beat hard. She watched him like he was a suspect. At one point, Sizwe's phone buzzed. He looked at it. His face changed slightly, not excitement, more like irritation. He stood up. "I'll be back," he said. 2 minutes. Thando's throat closed. Where are you going? She asked, trying to sound casual. Just handling something, he said. Thando nodded. Then she did something worse than spying. She followed him. She kept the distance, moving behind people, pretending to look at the view. Sizwe stepped aside near the bar and recorded a voice note. His voice was calm but firm. Please stop messaging me. I'm serious. This is harassment. I will block and report you. Thando froze. He was not meeting Zama. He was shutting her down. He was being a loyal man. And Thando's body still reacted like she was in danger. She stepped back quickly, her mind spinning. And then she bumped into a woman in a red dress. The woman held a phone and looked confused. Sorry, the woman said. Are you Thando? Thando blinked. Yes, why? The woman lifted her phone. On the screen was the Zama account. My friend dared me, the woman said, embarrassed. She said I should come here and ask for Sizwe. I thought it was a joke, but now I feel stupid. Is Sizwe your man? Thando's blood ran cold. Because Thando had not told anyone to come physically, she had only messaged. So, how did this woman get involved? The woman continued, I got a voice note from this account telling me to come, and now I'm here. Thando's stomach dropped like a stone. Her fake account had escaped her control. She realized in one terrifying second that someone else had access to it, or Lerato had taken it further, or the account had been compromised. She did not know. All she knew was this. Her insecurity had grown legs, and it was running around Johannesburg, causing damage. Thando turned and rushed back toward the table. Sizwe returned at the same time, his face tense. What's wrong? He asked. Thando's voice came out sharp, too loud. You were going to meet her, she said. Sizwe frowned. What? No, I was blocking her. Thando's eyes filled with tears, but her pride turned them into anger. Don't lie to me, she said. People nearby looked over. Johannesburg loves a scene. Sizwe's jaw tightened. Lower your voice. So you can cheat quietly? Thando snapped. Sizwe stared at her, shocked. Thando, he said slowly, you are not okay. I'm not okay, she repeated, laughing without humor. You're the one with girls in your phone. Sizwe pulled out his phone, opened the chat, and showed her. Look, he said. Look at what I'm saying to her. Thando glanced at the messages. Boundaries, warnings, blocking. The receipts proved his innocence, but her fear did not care about receipts. Her fear wanted a fight. Sizwe's voice got quieter, sharper. And there's something else, he said. Thando swallowed. Sizwe looked directly at her. Zama is you, he said. Thando's body went still. What? She whispered. Sizwe continued, controlled but hurt. The writing style, the emojis, the timing, the details only you know. I wasn't sure at first, but today, he paused. The woman in the red dress came to me. She showed me a voice note sent from the Zama account. Thando's eyes widened. Sizwe shook his head slowly. You set a trap, he said, and it turned into something ugly. Thando's throat closed. She could not breathe properly. She looked around and saw people watching her like she was entertainment. She felt exposed, small, stupid. She grabbed her bag and rushed out. Outside, the air felt too cold. Thando ordered a ride-hailing car with shaking hands. She got in and stared out the window as the city moved past her like a movie. Her phone buzzed. Sizwe calling. She did not answer. He messaged, I'm not your enemy, but I can't be your punching bag. Thando dropped the phone onto the seat like it was heavy. The driver, an older man with tired eyes, looked at her in the mirror. Madam, he said gently, you don't have to tell me. But heartbreak? Thando laughed once, dry, something like that. The driver nodded, like he had seen this story many times. This city, he said, will teach you one thing. If you don't heal, you will bleed on people who did not cut you. Thando stared at the mirror. Those words landed in her chest. Because she knew it was true, she reached her apartment and walked inside in silence. And then, when the door closed, she slid down to the floor. She stayed there, still wearing her makeup, still wearing her nice clothes, crying like the successful version of her had finally cracked. Her mind flashed back to moments she tried to forget. Her father saying, I'm coming back. Her father never coming back. A boyfriend years ago, cheating and then blaming her, saying she was too needy, too emotional, too much. A friend telling her, you must be strong, like strength means silence. Thando held her head in her hands, and then the electricity went off. Load shedding, the lights died. The city outside still glowed in the distance, but her apartment went dark. Thando sat in the dark with her thoughts, and in that darkness, she finally admitted the truth. She was not fighting Sizwe. She was not testing him. She was trying to protect a younger version of herself who felt replaceable. 2 days later, Thando sat in a quiet office with warm lighting and plants. Across from her was a therapist, Dr. Moyo, a woman with kind eyes and a direct voice. Thando tried to sound calm as she explained. I just wanted reassurance, she said. Men move mad in this city. Dr. Moyo nodded slowly. Thando, she said, reassurance is asking a question. Control is creating a trap. Dr. Moyo continued. When did you learn that love must be tested? Thando's throat tightened. She tried to laugh it off. I don't know. Life. Silence forces truth to stand up. Thando's voice finally got small. My dad, she said. He promised things, then disappeared. And my first serious boyfriend, she continued. He cheated. Then he said it was my fault. He said I was not enough. Her eyes filled. Dr. Moyo nodded. Gentle. So your brain learned a strategy, Dr. Moyo said. It decided, if I catch the pain early, it will hurt less. Thando wiped her cheek. Dr. Moyo leaned forward. But the cost of always watching for danger, she said, is intimacy. You cannot feel safe and suspicious at the same time. Thando breathed in slowly. What do I do? She asked. Dr. Moyo spoke clearly. 3 things, she said. 1. Name the fear without attacking. 2. Stop behaviors that look like protection but are actually control. No spying, no tests. 3. Build your self worth outside relationships. Because love is not oxygen. You should not suffocate without it. Thando nodded, like she was learning a new language, a language called peace. A week later, Thando asked Sizwe to meet her, not in a fancy place, not on a rooftop, somewhere simple, a park with the city behind them. Sizwe arrived and stood with his hands in his pockets. He did not smile. Thando took a deep breath. I'm sorry, she said. Sizwe nodded once. Thando continued quickly, before fear could stop her. Not sorry like, forgive me so I can feel better, she said. Sorry like, I understand what I did. Sizwe looked at her carefully. Thando's voice shook, but she kept going. I created problems to feel in control, she said. I treated you like a suspect. I turned my fear into a weapon. And it was not fair. Sizwe's jaw moved, like he was holding back a lot. It hurt, he said, because I was trying to love you in a clean way, and you kept pulling dirt into it. Thando nodded, tears in her eyes. I started therapy, she said. Sizwe's face changed slightly. Surprise. Thando added, I'm not asking you to fix me. I'm asking if you can give me space to change. Sizwe exhaled slowly. I can give you space, he said, but I need one boundary. No more tests, no more traps. If you are scared, say it. If you don't trust me, we talk. But I will not compete with imaginary people again. Thando nodded hard. Deal, she whispered. A long pause. Then Sizwe said something soft. I don't need a perfect partner, he said. I need a present one. Thando stepped closer, slowly. I can learn present, she said. Sizwe reached for her hand, not rushing. It was not a fairy tale. It was better. It was real. Weeks later, Thando sat at home when her phone buzzed. A random message request from an unknown account. Old Thando would have panicked. Old Thando would have become a detective. Old Thando would have needed control to breathe. But new Thando did something different. She put the phone down. She breathed in. Then she opened her notes app and typed, What am I feeling? What story am I telling myself? What do I need right now? She answered honestly, I feel scared. I'm telling myself I will be replaced. I need reassurance. Then she called Sizwe. When he answered, she did not accuse him. She did not perform strength. She said simply, Hey, I'm feeling triggered. Can you reassure me? Just talk to me for a minute. Sizwe's voice was calm. I'm here, he said. Talk to me. Thando closed her eyes and breathed. That was the new strength, not acting unbreakable, but choosing honesty before damage. If you are listening to this and you saw yourself in Thando, hear this clearly. Insecurity does not want love. It wants certainty, and certainty does not exist in human beings. That is why insecurity will demand passwords, proof, tracking, traps, loyalty tests, silence treatments, and constant explaining. It feels like protection, but it poisons trust. If you need to trap someone to feel safe, the relationship may not be the only problem. A wound is asking for care. So here is the bloom within lesson, simple and real. When you feel fear in love, do not turn fear into control. Try this instead. Pause for 10 seconds. Breathe. Name the feeling. I feel jealous. I feel not enough. Then ask clearly, without attacking, can you reassure me? And choose one self worth action that is yours alone. Journaling, therapy, a support group, prayer, exercise, a walk, a call to a trusted person. Because the goal is not to become someone who never feels fear. The goal is to become someone who does not destroy love while trying to feel safe. And one reflection question to end. Are you reacting to your partner or are you reacting to your past? This is Bloom Within. Healing is a decision you make daily. And if you are struggling deeply, please reach out to a trusted person or a mental health professional near you. You do not have to carry it alone.